imagine I'm typing in 5 here. Fire off an SMS message, and you notice here it comes. And this could be an SMS message to the fleet manager, or maybe to the person sitting at the gate of the distribution center to alert them and says, under no circumstances let this truck leave the distribution center because they just basically documented that their truck is not in a safe driving condition.
All right, welcome to this next episode of Connect and Learn, pre-trip truck inspections with Parsable. My name is Josh Santo. I will be your moderator here for this discussion. And with me, I have the wonderful
Marcus Linson. Hello, Josh. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, Marcus. How about yourself?
I'm good. Thanks.
So, Marcus, we know that we're talking about pre-trip truck inspections. Tell us a little bit more about what we can expect to learn today.
Sure. Well, we have I think, nice package and agenda. What you'll learn is, first I'll talk a little bit about the problem that this particular customer of mine was facing. We'll obviously talk about a solution to the problem. There's never a problem without a solution. And I'm also intending to go into a hands-on demonstration. So you really have the chance to see live software, how this particular problem was addressed. So what was the problem? This is actually a use case that is happening in Europe. I work with a large CPG company over there and help them in the implementation of Parsable. And one of the issues they had was that based on regulatory laws and based on traffic laws, every company has to make sure that their drivers are actually conducting a physical check of the roadworthiness of the vehicle. So it's a typical compliance use case where they've been doing this for 25 years on paper because the driver is obliged to carry out that vehicle inspection. Ultimately, the company is liable to make sure that the trucks on the road are safe and are in good working condition. So very straightforward. This consists actually of a number of technical checks, and you can imagine if you're driving a car, what those checks would be. This is everything from do the brakes work, do the lights work, are all the lights on the dashboard functional, do you have all the emergency equipment with you, and literally today the driver walks around the truck before they leave the distribution center in the morning with a paper checklist on their little clipboard, and they go off and check it off and make sure that the truck is in good working condition. Okay, so what was the problem? I mentioned it already. It was a paper-based process today that has been executed for 25 years. Pre-printed checklists. The driver picks them up. He fills them out in the morning before they leave the distribution center because they had a technical issue. It was literally someone had to pick up the phone, call the fleet manager. The fleet manager then turns around, tries to fix the problem, calls then eventually half an hour later supply chain. And at that time, the customer might have already been waiting for their order. The solution, I think, is obvious. We, as a connected worker platform, have the ability to help our customers to digitize that existing paper checklist. So take literally the paper form and bring it into a digital mobile world. Obviously, part of the solution is that now they have data available, so they can actually measure compliance of the drivers. They can understand and leverage the data to get technological or technical insights about the status of their fleet. How many times they have breakdowns, how many times in the morning because of a technical issue the truck cannot leave. They can identify trends. Why is Marcus driving or leaving on Monday morning late? Because he might find out that the oil level is never on the correct level. So and understanding trends and understanding the value of the data was a big part of the solution as well. And last not least, it transforms a little bit how they use the data. As I mentioned, now they have the ability through Parsable to immediately alert supply chain when the driver that is still in front of their truck says, I cannot leave this morning. So the supply chain organization could immediately pick up the phone and call their customers, or maybe even reroute a truck or use another truck that is about to leave and put another order on that truck. So it had immediate impact because they now had real-time visibility when their supply and delivery chain was more or less interrupted due to some technical issues. I think it's time to go into the demo. What we see here is the Parsable user experience. It's a very common, consumer-like experience. Doesn't require any training. And the very first step here is that I would enter my truck data. You can imagine this is an area where the driver sometimes in the morning, they don't even know yet what truck they're going to drive. So this is a data capturing step that they also used to have on their paper form, where in the at the top they write down their name, they write down the truck ID and the license plate, and this is exactly what they would capture here first. So I'm selecting my date here. This is to date. The name of the driver here. This would be John Miller. So in this example, I'm just gonna make one up here. So this is ABC. This is my license plate for the truck. I'm not entering the trailer here. I'm completing this initial step here. And now I'm moving on to my next step, which is really focusing on all the technical checks that I need to execute. And you notice here, this is the digital representation of their old paper formed checklist, where we start with the front lights, and what they need to do here is identify whether they had problems with any of those checkpoints. So did you have any problems with the front lights left? Yes or no? Did you have any problems with the fog light? No. So they literally just, as they are executing that check, they walk around the trailer, they follow the guidance of the app here, and they basically respond here, to all the front lights. Now they're going to the tail lights. If there was a problem, they would select obviously yes, and they move on through that fairly long checklist. So imagine something like, they should be checking the tire condition. Specifically, they should measure, for example, the air pressure of the tire, or the tread actually of the tire. Yeah. So you notice here, it could be as simple as this is the tool that you should be using to measure the tread, or it could be a little video that maybe explains, a more unexperienced driver, how to eventually measure a tread, or how to check the oil engine level, or whatever it is. Yeah. So this is just a little video that I uploaded here that explains, I think from AAA, how to best measure a tire tread. But we have many customers that embed this kind of functionality into the SOP, into the checklist, into these instructions, to make sure that the driver is really doing the job in an efficient way. Another thing I want to point out here, just to illustrate, imagine now that driver is actually measuring the tire tread depth. And notice what happens when I type in here, for example, 21. The system now interactive, gives me that advice and that information. Hey, that tire tread depth is good enough. It's good to go. Drive safely. But imagine for a second, I'm typing in here not 20, but I'm typing in here, for example, 12 as an example. What you'll notice in a second, based on a trigger and alert configuration in Parsable, I could now fire off in real time an email, let's say to the fleet manager or to someone in the organization, that tells them in real time, at this particular truck, in this particular for this particular driver, the tire tread depth was just measured at 12. That is not safe. Maybe we can fix this quickly by changing the tire or whatever. So this is one of those examples of changing and transforming the way these organizations were conducting their pre-trip checks, because now in real time I can alert someone, I can notify someone from that particular situation, and get it fixed in a lot faster way. Now, this was an email example. If this was really urgent, as an example, imagine I'm typing in 5 here. Fire off an SMS message, and you notice here it comes. And this could be an SMS message to the fleet manager, or maybe to the person sitting at the gate of the distribution center, to alert them and says, under no circumstances let this truck leave the distribution center, because they just basically documented that their truck is not in a safe driving condition. So you notice here this little button that says get the tire tread from a measurement device. If this was a very advanced truck, I could push this button, and you'll notice what happens now. The system can actually communicate and read a signal from a smart device, maybe from a smart truck in the future, and bring this information into the paper or into the digital checklist, so that the driver doesn't even have to enter that information. So we're here in the template management area of Parsable. This is where all these SOPs and these instructions and the content is really authored and maintained. So when I open up this template that we just saw on the mobile form, it's very easy to create, it's very easy to edit, to author them. So let me explain a little bit what you see here. First of all, You see here when I come over to the right, you basically see exactly the same layout of the steps. On the right here in my mobile, I have my truck data, I have the technical check, the supporting pictures, and then the check confirmation. And think of this on the left side here where you build your table of content of all the steps and all the activities and the tasks that the driver has to go through. And if I open up one of those now, like the truck data, you'll notice what you see here on the right is now the editor area. So this is where the person who edits and creates the content would describe in detail each of the steps. Like in this example, this information has to be provided. So that's kind of like an alert, and you're literally in an editor area. So I could go in here and type in, text, important as an example. If I wanted to do this and then use text formatting capabilities to make this stand out. Maybe I want to use a similar, what we call notice here, to highlight something. So I can click a notice, and maybe use this one here and just type in, make sure the area around the truck is safe. So this stands out. I can insert any information, whether it's a picture, a video, a supporting document. So this is coming back to the ability to insert all different kind of multimedia to make this information more meaningful to the driver, and especially to give the driver all the information that they can do a quality job, a safe job, and a very efficient job. So this is all around providing the information. I navigated here to the technical check of that pre-trip check, and what I wanted to highlight as well, you notice here is the area where the driver was actually entering the measured tire tread depth, and this is where you see how easy it is to insert any kind of multimedia. So this picture of the little device that makes it easier for the driver to measure this tread, or the video that we saw earlier. So any kind of additional content, multimedia, etc., can be inserted there. And we have more and more of our customers that are now literally walking through their process that they want to improve, and they're taking 15 to 20-second best practice videos, often recorded, by someone in the continuous improvement organization, and they ask the experts in the plant or the experts, like here, the best driver, how are you doing this specifically, so that other drivers and other operators and other frontline workers can learn from that. So it's a very easy way of making these, formally static paper documents really interactive and giving these workers much better information to execute high quality jobs. So now that we've seen, the front end, what you notice here is a sample dashboard that is built with our embedded analytics tool, we call it Insights, that allows me now to look at data in a lot of different ways. Think of this as slicing and dicing, in this example, a history of all my departure checks. And we can start here very easily with a view of how long does it take my drivers typically to execute some of those pre-trip checks. And you can notice here, most of them are fairly consistent, in the time that it takes them to execute, except for Mr. Brady here. He has been a little slow in August in executing those jobs. But you also notice the difference here in terms of some of those drivers are taking between 20 to 30 minutes or even more to do those checks. So they take it very seriously, versus other drivers are very fast here. So gives you an idea how fast and maybe how good they execute those pre-trip checks. We can now look here, for example, at a measure or a KPI, how many times a particular driver was not able to actually leave the distribution center. So remember that last question that says, can you actually leave the facility? Is your truck ready to drive? So I could see here then, of all my overall situations, Mr. Brady here had 10 counts of situations where he was not able to leave the distribution center with his truck. You can see here the ability to look at these departure checks by team manager. So giving you an idea about the compliance, as you can see here, the fleet manager Castor, he had a lot less of these truck checks and pre-trip checks executed. So this is just a matter of looking at the data in a variety of ways. Maybe we want to go even deeper and understand by driver in which of those areas do they typically identify problems. So you notice here on the left side, the drivers, you notice here at the At the top, the columns are the different areas that they're checking. So the cabin, the lighting, the trailer, the wheels and mechanics. And I would be able to identify here that, Mr. Pedersen, for example, most of his problems with his truck actually are in the area of safe operations. So maybe some of the safety equipment is missing, or it's not working, or it's not functioning. So this gives you an idea around what driver is identifying very specific areas and problems. Or maybe I want to look at this by region. And as you can see here, definitely the West region or Western region, has a lot of issues with their trucks. A lot of areas where they fail those checks. And as you can see here, most of them are actually in the area of the wheels, the mechanics, and also in safe operation. Some of the other regions are doing much better. Gives you a little bit an idea, how you now, or how our customers are now leveraging this data from a visibility and from an analytics perspective to get more insight into how are we doing from a compliance perspective, where do we see specific issues, how are drivers performing, and this is information they didn't have in the past because it was paper-based. It was primarily, as we discussed earlier, for compliance reason, which it still is. But now, besides making sure they're compliant with their process and they're executing these checks efficiently, they have visibility into data that they never had before. Coming back to the PowerPoint again, we saw the problem. You heard me explain the problem. I hope you saw in a live demonstration the solution that this particular customer has deployed. So now it's really a matter of, what's next. And we typically say it's time to take action. As an organization, think outside the four walls. The use cases that you saw here is not necessarily the typical connected worker use case that typically people think of when they think Industry 4.0 and automation. This is a use case in the supply chain, and there are many others out there. There are opportunities everywhere. We discussed specifically with this customer also use cases in the logistics area around warehouse safety checks, where they on a regular basis walk through their high-rise warehouses, and they need to make sure that the shelving and everything is safe and is in working condition. So this is definitely one thing we would like to encourage you. Think outside the four walls. Identify paper-based processes. There are many of them out there. Show the power of a Parsable using real-world existing examples to the organization. And we have typically, our approach is that we conduct use case identification workshops where we sit down, where we actually do often plant tours, and we walk with the customer through their four walls of the facility or through the supply chain and identify areas where they can digitize paper-based processes. And in a summary, don't get ready, get started. Sometimes people can get into this analysis paralysis. Don't wait. This is a solution that can be deployed very quickly. Pick one or two use cases, digitize them, get feedback from your workforce, and start that digital transformation project inside your organization.
So I think this has been a pretty great session. I know that I took a lot away from it, especially based off the experience that you've had working with actual customers out there in the world who are trying to really not only make an improvement, but respond quickly to the happenings that are going on every single day.
Well, I'm glad you liked it. I hope it gave you some insight into what Parsable can do. I hope our audience likes it and has a better understanding of what we as Parsable do and how we help our customers. And as I said, don't get ready, get started. And in that sense, I hope everybody enjoyed this session. Stay healthy, stay safe. Thank you.
All right, thank you. So I noticed in that photo there, you took a picture of a vehicle. Is that the vehicle that you're inspecting during this demonstration?
Exactly, that was the vehicle. I actually should, maybe we should redo this. And so we actually had a really bad accident here. The car is, upside down, and use this one to prove that I really got into an accident here.